outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Cook following the penalty. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. Dances by him, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and
On play action. They'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles.
Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
That's complete to Lazard. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Rolling to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Aleem McNeil able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, this is Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running is Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
31 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
13. Lions 7.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2nd and 13.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together.
He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
DJ Waddle
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Swift's got the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Detroit.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Complete to Alan Lazard. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. First down, here's the run with Cook.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the line, 16.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play the touchdown.
And that's caught at the 2. Irv Smith Jr. already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Steps away.
He'll get this off to Swift.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
122 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Swift, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 81 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Cook. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
So here come the Vikings now as they'll again go for 2. He'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams now on the return.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On play action, they'll throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
First down, Detroit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. It's going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.